The big wind is coming. The next morning more information came in about Mabel. Satellite photographs showed that she was now 900 kilometers southeast of San Fernandez and the other islands. She was moving a little faster now, in a northeastern direction. Wade studied the information carefully. There was still no reason why Mabel should change direction towards San Fernandez, but Wade still had this strange feeling in his stomach. Mabel was trouble. She was getting stronger all the time. Her winds were too fast, the air pressure in her eye was too low. A small change in her direction could mean thousands of deaths. At lunchtime, Wade put away his papers and maps and went to meet Julie. They drove up into the mountains behind St. Pierre, past fields full of fruit trees where the island's people walked 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Julie stared out of the window. "They look so poor," she said. "They're poor," said Wade. "Surier owns most of the land and he pays the workers almost nothing. The money from the fruit farms is spent on guns and bombs for the soldiers, not on schools and hospitals for the people." "Why do you stay here?" asked Julie. "Couldn't you move to the States and do your study on hurricanes there?" "I'm doing my best work here," said Wade, "and I'm a West Indian. This is my home." He drove for several kilometers and then stopped. They got out of the car and looked down across the beautiful valley of the Negrita River. To the left they could see right down to St. Pierre and Santiago Bay, with Cap Sarat on the far side. "It's too wonderful up in the mountains," said Julie softly. "I was hoping you would bring me up here again." "Is that why you come back to San Fernandez?" asked Wade quietly. He looked quickly at Julie, but she seemed very interested in the mountains. Wade decided to be brave. He put his arms around Julie and said, "How would you like to live up here and marry me?" Suddenly Julie's arms were around his neck. "Oh, Dave," she cried, "I would like that very much." Then for several minutes there was no conversation at all. After a while White laughed and said, "I don't know what to think last night. You seemed much more interested in Carlston and Hansen than in me." Julie smiled and pushed her hand through his hair. "I was afraid, of course. I couldn't forget you, and so I had to come back to see you, to find out. And your letters never told me anything." Wade laughed again. "I was never very good at love letters, but now I won't have to write any," he said happily. They sat under a tree and talked for hours. They talked about their families, their hopes and plans, their new life together on San Fernandez. Wade had never felt so happy in his life. At last the shadows began to grow longer. Wade stood up and pulled Julie to her feet. "Come on," he said, "let's go and find a quiet dinner for two in St. Pierre." They had not driven far along the road when Wade suddenly stopped the car again. "What is it?" said Julie. "What's the matter?" Wade was staring at a house near the road. It was a small wooden house with no windows and dried leaves for a roof. An old man was walking busily around the house. There were several long ropes over the roof of the house, and the old man was fastening the end of the ropes to strong sticks fixed in the ground. "Just a minute," Julie said. "Wait. I would like to talk to that man." He got out of the car and walked across to the house. The old man stopped his walk and took the cigarette that Wade offered him. Wade lit it for him and said, "That is hard work. Why are you doing it?" The old man looked surprised. "I must make my house safe." He put his nose to the cigarette. "American, very good." Wade lit his own cigarette and turned to look at the house. "The roof must not come off," he agreed. "And your family, are they here with you?" "No, I have sent them north over the mountains. When I have finished it, I will go too." "You must be very afraid," said Wade gently. The old man looked at him. "It is time to be afraid. No man can fight the big wind." "The big wind," repeated Wade quietly. "How do you know that the wind is coming, and when will it come?" The old man looked down the valley towards the sea. "2 days," he said, "perhaps 3 days, not longer." Wade looked at the house again. "When you go, leave the door open. The wind doesn't like closed doors." "Of course," agreed the man. "A closed door is unfriendly." There was an amused look in his eyes. "Perhaps there will be another wind soon too, worse than the hurricane. Fable is coming down from the mountains." White stared at him. "But Fable is dead." The old man finished his cigarette. "Perhaps," he said. Wade walked back to the car and got in. He looked at Julie. "I'm sorry about the dinner," he said, "but I must get back to the base at once." He stared at the engine, and as he drove, he told Julie what the old man said. "He knows the hurricane is coming. He doesn't know why. He doesn't know how. He just knows, and thinks he is right. I can't explain it, but I think Mabel is going to hit San Fernando, and Station is not going to believe it." He was driving very fast, "Not now," and Julie closed her eyes. "It won't help if you kill us both in an accident." "Sorry," Wade smiled and slowed down just a little. Wade's warning. Wade left Julie at the hotel and drove on through the town and around to the base. There were a lot of soldiers on the streets of St. Pierre, but Wade thought only of Mabel. When he got inside the base, he saw officers and sailors hurrying everywhere. Men with guns stood outside every building. Wade wondered what was happening. He ran into his office and asked for the latest satellite pictures of Mabel. He sat down to study them carefully and to check all the figures again and again, but it was no good. The information from the photographs and the figures said that Mabel would go past San Fernandez. It would come near enough to give the island only a few hours of strong winds and heavy rain, but Wade knew, and the old man in the mountains knew, that Mabel would hit the island. Wade went to see Seishen, who told him he was crazy. They argued for some minutes. Then Wade said he wanted to see Brooks, the captain of the US base. "The captain will be too busy to see you," said Seishen angrily, but Wade refused to listen. Half an hour later, he was standing in front of Captain Brooks' desk. "I understand from Seishen," said Brooks coolly, "that you think this hurricane is going to hit the island. Please explain." "I agree with Seishen that it's a very small chance, sir," said Wade carefully, "but Mabel is very bad piece of weather, and there is another danger too. If Mabel does hit the island, she will come from the south straight into the shallow water of Santiago Bay. The air pressure in the center of Mabel is extremely low. Because of this, the sea under the center will rise many meters above normal. In shallow water this will be worse. The sea will rise by more than 15 meters. The highest place on Cape Sarat is, I believe, 13 meters. There will be a huge tidal wave which will go right over the top of the base. He looked at Brooks, who said softly, "Go on, Mr. Wade. In the hurricane in 1910, half the people in St. Pierre died. Most of the town is now higher than Cape Sarat. If Mabel hits, there will be 50,000 deaths in the St. Pierre. If the wind doesn't kill them first, the flood waters will kill them a few hours later." Captain Brooks looked at Seychelles. "I think we need another report on Mabel. Send the plane off at once." "Yes, sir." Seychelles turned and left the office. Brooks then looked at Wade. "I have a problem, Mr. Wade," he said calmly. "Clearly you think that I should get everybody out of Cape Sarat because there is a small chance, that Mabel will hit us. And perhaps you are right, but Seychelles' army is getting ready to fight a war. There are rebels coming down from the mountains." He gave a half smile. "The President of the United States will be very unhappy indeed if I leave this base while there is a war on the island. So I must stay and hope that you are wrong about Mabel." Wade looked at him sadly. He could understand the problem. "And the people of St. Pierre, can't you tell Serrier to warn the people about the hurricane?" "President Serrier won't talk to me at all," said Brooks with another half smile. "He believes that the Americans have paid for the rebels' guns, which of course is not true. But you, Mr. Wade, are not American. Perhaps he will listen to you." "I shouldn't think so," said Wade, "but I will try." He left the captain's office and decided to go down to St. Pierre immediately. At the President's palace there were soldiers and police everywhere. There were several people waiting at the big front doors, and Wade saw John Canston among them. He went over to talk to him. "You were right about Fewell, then," he said. "Yes, I'm afraid so," replied Canston. "There is going to be some serious fighting soon. I'm waiting here for news. But what are you doing here?" Quickly, Wade explained his fears about Mabel and his conversation with Captain Brooks. Canston listened carefully. "And you think Serrier will listen to you?" he asked. "No," said Wade, "but I have got to try." "You're right," said Canston. "Come on, let's talk out our way in together. Two voices are louder than one." It took a long time. Wade and Canston argued first with one police officer, then with another. "We have very important information for the President," Canston said again and again. At last they found themselves outside the door of the President's office. A soldier opened the door and Wade and Canston walked down the long room to a small group of men at the far end. They were all army officers in uniform. Serrier was in the middle, a small man with angry eyes and a thin, hard voice. "What is it? What is this important information?" He stared at them coldly. Wade stepped forward. "Mr. President, in 2 days' time a dangerous hurricane will probably hit San Fernandez." "What?" shouted Serrier. "Have you come here to talk about the weather? I thought you had news of Fewell. Fewell, do you hear? I have to fight a battle tonight, and you talk to me about the weather." "Mr. President, this hurricane," began Canston. "We do not have hurricanes in San Fernandez." Serrier stared at them with wild eyes. "You had one in 1910, said Wade quickly. Serrier's voice rose to a scream. "We do not have hurricanes in San Fernandez. Get out." Officers, take this man out at once. Policemen ran in and pulled Wade and Carlston down the long room. As the door closed, they could still hear Sierra screaming, "We do not have hurricanes in San Fernando." A few minutes later, Wade and Carlston were pushed violently out into the street. "The man's crazy," said Wade. "Just crazy." "Well, we tried," Carlston said dryly. "What now?" "I am going to the hotel to get Julie," and then suddenly Carlston held his hand up. "Listen, what is that noise? Is that your hurricane already?" Wade listened. "That is the sound of guns." He looked at Carlston. "Fable has arrived."